So I thought we would take you along on my meal prep with me today. I have to work 4 12-hour shifts in the next 5 days, and cooking a meal after that is not a possibility. So I usually spend part of a day and prep a whole bunch of meals so I don't have to think about it. One of the nights Zoe's going to treat us and make a homemade mac and cheese, so I don't really have to worry about dinner, but I'm going to do a couple other things. So I'm going to prep all this stuff and then I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so we skipped all the boring prep work. So I'm going to start just with some chickpeas because I'm going to be prepping for a chef salad. So I got everything else prepped over here. I'm going to make some chickpeas for that because I love chickpeas on my salad. So I've been soaking these ones overnight. And I give them a quick rinse and then throw them in a pan. Those will get covered with some water, and I like to put spices in them. I don't know if it matters, but it makes me feel like I contributed something to the flavor. So the reason I meal prep instead of picking up pizza or a convenience meal or something is I have celiac disease. So to find something out that's gluten-free and affordable and my kids will eat is nearly impossible. So I cook, which is fine because it's such a stress reliever for me and I love it. I might put some crushed red pepper in there too. And I really like to use this pink Himalayan sea salt. I think it just, I don't know, it makes me feel better about eating salt because it's got natural minerals and stuff in it. Tastes good too. Well, that was weird. Did you see that? What's it doing? I don't know what it's doing. Okay. Let's get up. Because I used all the other ones. So I think I'll get my pea soup started now. So I'm doing a chef salad. I'm doing pea soup with ham, and I'm prepping stuff for tacos. 3 pretty simple meals, so you lucked out with this meal prep video because they're not hard. But I do like to have a really big pot when I'm doing pea soup because I puree it right in the pot and it'll make a mess if you don't. I have a whole bunch of onions because I love onions, and so just doing. He says you can never put too much onions in anything. And salt and pepper on those. And then I have this seasoning blend that I use for everything. I make it in bulk. And it's just a mixture of some spices and stuff that I like. And then I'm going to get ground beef going for the tacos because I like to cook everything all at once if I can. And again, I like to season my ground beef with salt, pepper, and my seasoning blend. And I like to make sure I keep raw meat separate from all my fresh stuff, because cross-contamination is real. And I really like this grass-fed ground beef. It's the only ground beef I use. I just think it tastes better and it makes me feel better. If the cows were raised the way cows are supposed to be raised, on grass. So while that's going, I've got all my chef salad stuff that I've got prepped. And I just use regular lettuce. So I don't have to get that ready, really. It's easy. I have hard-boiled eggs, because we love hard-boiled eggs. And I have these really pretty cherry tomatoes that I found. They're super cute. I'm guessing Kyle will eat them because she's a very, very picky eater and they're colored. But Zoe will love these, and we will as well. Pickles, because we adore pickles on our salads. It's just not a chef salad night without them. Diced up ham, and I diced up quite a bit of ham. This is almost a whole package. But we use this in eggs and all sorts of different stuff throughout the week, so it's nice to have that pre-diced on hand. I've got carrots that I slice up and put in water so they stay fresh. And onions, and some bell peppers. And then I've got my chickpeas going. Those will go into another dish, and my chef salad night is completely ready for us. So those will go in the fridge. I'm gonna give everything a quick stir. Next we'll tackle the veggie dish that I'm going to make for Zoe's mac and cheese, because she's not going to make a vegetable, let's be honest. So I found these little cute Mexican squash at a farmer's market here. I think they're called pusa squash, but they're very similar to a zucchini. I've never cooked with them or eaten them before, but the lady at the farmer's market said anything you can do with a zucchini, you can do with this squash, so that's what we're doing. And I'm just cutting it up into little like wedges, and we're gonna throw it in the oven with some cherry tomatoes and leftover bell peppers I had from the salad prep. A lot of this is just me using up whatever I have on hand, because I don't like to waste things. I should probably turn on the oven if I'm going to roast these. I think I'm going to put them at 375 at first, and if I need to crank it up a little bit to get the tomatoes to burst, I will. So I've got the squash in here, these cherry tomatoes that I've had for like a week, so they're starting to wrinkle. And instead of throwing them away, I will roast them, because it doesn't matter if they're wrinkly, they get wrinkly anyways. I just like to feel through and make sure there's nothing that's really squishy, because I don't use the squishy ones. I like to find things to do with produce after it's past its peak. Because I tend to buy it and it sits in the fridge while life gets away with me. And I don't do anything with it. And then I come back to it and it's less than perfect and I don't want to throw it away. So this is a great way to use up those tomatoes. And then, like I said, I just had some extra bell pepper. And then this is just some chopped up garlic. Also that I got at the farmer's market. And I like lots of garlic. Now I'll just drizzle it with olive oil and some salt, pepper, and seasoning. Carrot and probably a little bit of stock to the sauce, or the soup, I'm sorry. I'm making a bigger mess than I'm helping. I like to avoid adding the garlic at the beginning because it will burn. Just a little too hot. Tacos is probably the easiest prep because I just have to chop up the meat and add the seasoning. Easy. Throw some Italian seasoning in this because whenever I roast tomatoes like this, I like to add Italian herbs. Into the oven. So this meat is letting off a lot of fat. Most of the grass-fed ground beef I get is lean. I might have gotten the wrong kind this time, I don't know. But it's letting off a lot of fat, so I'm going to drain it. If it wasn't, I would just leave it in because I don't mind it. I think it just adds more flavor. So I'll show you this really cool device I got. This was at a fundraiser for one of our kids' schools. And it was one of those stupid things that they had to get another product so that they could get to the next prize level, and I got this, and it is very cool. I love it. I don't know how I ever drain meat without it. So I'm going to turn the heat off while I walk away because I don't like leaving the flame just going. And I just flip it on the edge of the pan and drain. Oops. I lost 2 pieces. Not so bad. And then this just clips off. And it's actually dishwasher friendly, so it can go right in the dishwasher. And I'm going to pick out those 2 pieces that I missed because I don't like to waste anything. And then I just have this gluten-free taco mix. There's a lot of different gluten-free taco mixes. You can make your own. This is one I like, so this is what I'm using. That might be a bit much. And then I'll add some water. I don't usually measure, but this is a measuring cup I'm using, so I guess I'm measuring. So I did 2 cups. Doesn't matter because it just cooks off anyways. So then I'll turn the heat back on and let this come up to a simmer, and then it's pretty much done. And it looks like my onions are soft enough to go ahead and add in my peas. It doesn't matter, really. You can throw everything in here raw and just go with that, but I like to put more flavor profile into it, so I find that when you cook them separately and you get the little brown bits on them, it adds a huge flavor to it. So I'm going to put garlic in there, and then I'm going to go ahead with my peas. And that's just a pound of peas, dried split peas. And then I add in 2 of these vegetable broth cartons. I think you're supposed to add a little bit more, but Dwayne likes pea soup very thick, and so do I. It's more like a pea puree almost. So that's how we make it. Then I just put the cover on and wait for that to come up to a bubble and simmer it for a while until everything is falling apart, and then I puree it. So that taco meat, almost done. Chickpeas are simmering. Those are going to go for a couple hours. The soup goes for just over an hour, I think. I just go until it's done. I don't really pay attention to how much time it takes. But I won't get my ham ready for the soup. I just like to get a ham steak at the store and cut it up. That way I can take the little bone out of the middle and throw it in the soup while the peas are cooking. That's what I put in there. It's little, but I think it makes a difference. And then I'm just going to chop up the ham, cool off the taco meat, and put it in a dish and put it in the fridge. And then I just have to wait for the chickpeas and the soup to finish cooking and the vegetables in the oven. So, okay, so I took the veggies out of the oven and just threw those in a dish. We'll just reheat those when Zoe makes her mac and cheese, which I'm super excited for. The last time she made it was really, really good. So that will be for that. Then I have my taco meat that I cooled and I'm putting away in one of these containers. These are Tupperware vent and serve containers, which I love. You can pull up the little vent and microwave it, so it works really great for meal prep. Love them. I love Tupperware. Then I have my chickpeas, which I just drained. You cook these until they're soft enough for whatever you want. So if you're making hummus or something, you might want to cook them a little bit longer so they get creamier. I'm using them for salads, so they're a little bit more firm. And I'll probably roast what's left over after salad day. I like to put them in the oven and toast them up and they get all crunchy, and they're just very, very good. So I'm letting those cool completely before I put the cover on those. Anything you put in the fridge, you want to make sure is cooled completely before you put it away. So I cut up my ham steak. That's ready for my soup. My soup is done cooking. The peas are kind of falling apart, which is just how you want it. And I'm just going to use this immersion blender and blend away. So it might be loud. I don't know how loud it's going to be for you. And one thing you want to do before you start to blend it is fish out that ham bone, which I think I hit and I can't find now. Throw that out. Now I can continue. That's good. You can puree this to whatever consistency you like. I like it smooth. You don't even have to puree it, really. And then once it's all pureed, then I just add the meat to it. And that's done. Now I just have to cool this and put it into a container and put it away for the week. I'll eat this for lunches, and we'll definitely have this for dinner. Maybe even tonight, who knows. But it's nice, thick consistency with big chunks of ham. Just how Dwayne likes it. When Dwayne's happy, we're all happy. So that's my meal prep. I hope you learned something. If you liked it, or if you want to see me make something else, make sure you leave us a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.